But the big thing we're excited about is we're excited about the continuing growth of our program, and that's what playing in a bowl game gives you the opportunity to do. It's another 2.5 weeks of practice opportunities and a chance for us as coaches to continue the investment in the future of our football team, the future of our program, and every one of those practice days is invaluable, and we know that we'll see the results down the line.
Our slogan been this year is brick by brick, so, this is one of the bricks that, it's just going to help us continue to rebuild the program. So, we're up and coming, and we're going to get this win at the bowl game, just to keep the momentum going.
Quandre Diggs knows about Qualcomm Stadium. Big brother Quentin Jammer, the former Longhorn great, plays for the Chargers, said he's been out there a number of times. There'll be plenty of sidebars. One of them, think back to 2004, Cal quarterback Aaron Rodgers felt that they deserved to go to the Rose Bowl and felt Mack Brown lobbied his way into the game with the Longhorns. Texas went on to beat Michigan. Cal lost in the Holiday Bowl that year to Texas Tech. Horns are 4-0 against Cal, but they've not played since 1970. Horns have won 7 of their last bowl games. Earlier this year, Major Applewhite inducted into the Holiday Bowl Hall of Fame for his heroics in the 2001 game against Washington. Well, we rewind to Baylor as the Horns closed out the regular season yesterday, looking for that 8th win, trying to avoid back-to-back losses to Baylor. What they feared came true. That quick strike offense. Second play, Robert Griffin III to Kendall Wright, 59 yards, by far the longest touchdown pass Longhorns allowed. Second possession, Terrence Ganaway set a Baylor single-season rushing record in 125 of possession for Baylor. They had 14 points, but the Horns, they fought back. Spectacular catch by Blaine Irby. They had to review it and overturn the call, but they did. Touchdown, and it was 14-7. Horns moving the ball through the air. A little trickery right here. Luke Pellman, the former offensive lineman, he wears a tight end number, but really a glorified tackle, but he's eligible, made the catch, and it was tied up. And then Jackson Shipley rather, had a 77-yard reception on the drive leading to the Pellman touchdown. Didn't get in the end zone. Marquise Goodwin does. 80 yards, longest touchdown hookup since 2009. Case McCoy was rolling along. They're up 21-17, have the ball late in the half, looking to march and score. They're going to get it to start the second half, but K.J. Morton jumps the route. That leads to a Robert Griffin touchdown, and that really turned all the momentum. Then Terrence Ganaway with the score tied at 24 in the second half. He scores the go-ahead touchdown. They would not look back, and from there, the turnover bug really hit Sam Hall, who was torched on the Goodwin touchdown with the interception right there for the day. Robert Griffin III, 15 of 22, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground as he put his final stamp on a Heisman campaign. Some say he's the front runner. We'll know if he's going to New York later this week. Meantime, the Horns certainly impressed with that Baylor offense.
I don't know if anybody can say that they're better than them offensively. So, but that being said, so a lot of credit goes to them. I still wish we would have made it harder on them. There's some things we could have done to play a lot better today than we did.
It's the best. As far as just deep threat players that can change the game. It's just the best offense. I mean, you see them spread it out. I mean, they didn't use number 16 as much as I thought they were, but they found other guys and they made a lot of explosive plays.
We gave them a lot of momentum, but I thought we kept fighting and we kept getting down. And something went out. We throw an interception and fumble, and those things we can fix, and we got to execute better.
Better than last year. Guys fought hard about every week. I didn't think we fought as hard at Missouri as we could have. I thought every other time we fought hard. I think it's headed back in the right direction, and I wasn't in the numbers this year because it wasn't about our numbers. Had the 14th toughest schedule in the country. I think the Big 12 is the hardest it's been this year since I've been here in 14 years, and excited about trying to get to the bowl game and get number 8 and then have a fresh start next year, and I think we'll be back in the mix.
Once again, no Malcolm Brown yesterday. Knee and toe injury. No Joe Bergeron because of the hamstring. The time off certainly should help those guys try to get healthy when they take on Cal.